The elbow came out of nowhere sharp, fast, and cruel. It struck her cheekbone with a dull thud, snapping her head to the side as the corridor gasped. For a split second, silence swallowed the naval command wing. Then the commander laughed, already turning away, unaware that in one careless movement, he had just destroyed his own career. She tasted blood and copper, but she did not fall. Admiral Evelyn Cross straightened slowly, her gloved fingers brushing her jaw as her eyes lifted not in anger, but in something far colder. Recognition, calculation, the kind that only comes from decades spent surviving rooms like this. Before I tell you what happened next, tell me in the comments where you're rewatching from. I love knowing who's listening. The hallway smelled of polished steel and recycled air. Overhead lights hummed faintly, illuminating rows of officers frozen mid-step. Whispers crawled through the space like static.
Ow.
Some stared at the commander, others stared at her insignia, finally noticing the small silver star pinned just below her collarbone. The commander didn't notice yet. He was still talking, still puffed with authority, still convinced he had put a junior officer in her place. Evelyn remembered moments like this. From long agrooms where her voice was ignored, meetings where her ideas were repeated by louder men, nights when she questioned whether the uniform was worth the cost. She had learned restraint the hard way, learned when to fight, learned when to wait. She thought she'd never see this kind of arrogance again. She was wrong. Apologize, she said quietly. The word wasn't loud. It didn't need to be. Cut through the murmurs like a blade. The commander scoffed and finally turned back toward her. His face drained of color as his eyes landed on her rank. The insignia, the unmistakable markings of authority far above his own. The corridor went dead silent, boots locked in place. Breaths held. Even the hum of the lights seemed to fade. He opened his mouth, then closed it. Sweat beaded at his temple. His mind scrambled, searching for a version of reality where this could be undone. But it couldn't. A junior officer stepped forward, voice shaking. "Sir, that's Admiral Cross." The words fell like a verdict. Evelyn took one step forward, not aggressive, not theatrical, just enough to reclaim the space he had stolen. Her hands trembled not from fear, but from the weight of a choice. She could ruin him, publicly, permanently, or she could show him something far more powerful than revenge. Around them, the crowd waited. Some wanted punishment. Others wanted mercy. Everyone wanted to see what kind of leader she truly was. She inhaled slowly. "I didn't earn this uniform to be feared," she said, her voice steady. "I earned it to protect those who can protect themselves, including for men who forget what respect means." Her words rippled outward, heads bowed, shoulders stiffened. Security arrived moments later, summoned quietly, efficiently. The commander didn't resist. He couldn't even meet her eyes as he was escorted away, the sound of his boots echoing down the corridor like a fading warning. When it was over, Evelyn turned to the younger officers nearby. She saw herself in their face, said the doubt, the hope, the hunger to belong. "You did nothing wrong," she told them gently. "And you never have to endure silence to earn your place." The tension broke. A breath released. Somewhere down the hall, someone began to clap. Then another. Then many. Not loud, just honest. Later. Alone in her office, Evelyn removed her cap and stared at her reflection in the darkened glass. The mark on her cheek was already fading. The lesson would last much longer, because kindness doesn't vanish. It waits, and it finds its way back. And just like that first silent corridor, the world moved forward again, changed, but wiser. If this story moved you, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Whispered Words for more stories where quiet strength speaks the loudest.